Hi everyone, this is Tanya from Flying Dog Studio. Thank you so much for joining me as we take a look at the Pilot Falcon. And here it is. There's the information on the end. This is an extra fine tip on here, gold tip. It is black. This is not necessarily a pin I would have purchased for myself, because if you've watched any of my other pin videos, you know I'm always looking for a pin that is economical and will do the job that I need it to for lining art. Now here's a look at some of the stuff I got in the box. I got the pin, of course, and they had a sticker. It was from April Fool's Day in 2024, but pinchalet.com. Pin Chalet is where I bought this pin, and actually I didn't buy it. My husband purchased it for me. This was a birthday gift, and like I said, I would not have purchased it for myself because it is on the expensive side. And you take a look, it's just a regular box here. It says Pilot on the front, and ta-da, there's the pin. It's a beautiful pin, and let's take a look inside first. Let's pull this little tab, and there you go. It comes with a cartridge, and I believe it was blue ink. It looks like it was blue ink. I really can't remember. I pulled it out and just saw that it was in there. Personally, I like blue ink, but not the way I use a fountain pen. I use it for art. If you found this video and you're wanting to use it for journaling, I would use blue ink personally for journaling. I also like brown ink, but black ink is what I needed. Now it does come with the little pamphlet inside that tells a little bit about the pen and how to care for it and how to change the ink. And yes, I'm not going to put that cartridge in there. We're actually going to ink it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you can see the little band that goes around has some engraving in it, and it says Pilot. And it's very pretty. It is gold tone as well, and so is the clip. It has a good weight to it. I do have another Pilot pen, and that one you pull the cap off, but on this particular pen, you're going to be twisting that cap. And now let's take a look at the tip up close. As I said, it was an extra fine 14 karat gold nib on there, and I really like this. My husband did, and there's a close-up of it. You can see it from all angles. My husband did research on this. This is a flexible nib. So depending on the pressure, you can get a wide line or a narrow line, and that's what I need for doing line art. And we're going to see if that holds true in a few minutes. We're going to test it out. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the inside of the pen. So we're just going to screw that apart, and it comes equipped with a converter, which is good because I need to change the ink. And this is another one of those converters that has the little balls in it. Last time I opened a pen, and again, it was my other Pilot pen, one of you told me that those little balls were in case you had an ink that had like the shimmer in it that would allow you to get that mixed up. You could shake it up. Now that is where those little cartridges go if you're going to use the pre-inked cartridges, but I do like to use my own ink, and we're going to talk about that ink in just a few minutes. This allows me to use whatever ink I want, and it does show on the end, so you'll know which way to turn it, either left or right. That's going to be the little plunger that goes up and down. If you're unfamiliar with how to change out the ink, if you're afraid, don't be afraid. Just stick that in and give it a good shove. Now here is the ink that I use, and let's talk about the ink before we get started. It's Noodler's ink, and I will no longer be purchasing Noodler's ink. I know there is controversy with the company, with the owner of the company, but guys, I already had this ink before I found that out. You know, I was new at purchasing ink, and I really couldn't see taking expensive ink and just throwing it away. So I'm not going to put the links down below for this, but this is the one I'm going to be using. And I also use the Noodler's ink in Polar Brown. but we're not going to be using that today. And this is the other Pilot pen I was talking about. This is my Pilot Prera, which I love. So if you want to try Pilot pens, I do recommend you give that one a shot. And I will put that link down below so that you can see my other pen videos. And let's get started. So I have my little tray there, as you can see, that I keep my ink in so I don't make a huge mess. Now the tip of the pen, if you're unfamiliar with inking, you have the little line that goes up and a little hole in the end, and we're going to want to submerge this whole thing down in the ink. So I've screwed that all the way down. And I'm going to submerge the whole tip because I need the little line and the hole to be submerged in order to bring ink up into the pen. I'm going to do this several times because the first time you open a pen like this, a new cartridge, and you try to pull ink up into it, it will not come up the first time. You haven't done anything wrong. That's just the way it is. What I have found with the Pilot pens, and I'm going to try it one more time here to see if this will be different than the other, but their converters will not let you pull it completely full. It will be between a half and 2/3 full, and that's it. I have other converters like for my Lamy Safari pen, and I have a converter for my Fude de Manon and the Sailor Fude de Manon, and those allow me to pull it completely up to the top. I get a full cartridge every time, but not with these pens, not with the Pilot converter. So we have it inked. I'm going to kind of clean it off just a little bit here. Just take a paper towel and very gently go over the nib. And as you can see, I have made quite a mess of myself. I always like to do a hand check, and you can see I'm quite covered, but that's okay. This actually washes off fairly well. So let's give this pen a try. As I said, I want this for inking artwork, so I need to have the paper I'm going to be using it on, and I use watercolor paper. This is a cold press paper, and I'll have that information down below for you as well if you want to check that out. And look at that, it writes the very first time, and I did go from thick to thin, and I can do a little thicker line there. I will admit I was kind of afraid to bear down too hard. I don't want to break anything, so I had a fear there, but it looks as if it's going to give me the lines that I need. But let's take a little closer look so that you guys can watch the nib action. You see if I press down hard, and then I can go straight into thin lines, but let's try a thick to thin. And it works beautifully. So if you do calligraphy or you're a real fancy writer, you can hardly read my chicken scratch when I'm writing, but this would be a beautiful pen for that. This is the extra fine. I think I might like to try the fine nib, and I'm going to have to take a look at how you change those out. I'm sure it's like other pens, but I don't know. See, that's a little leaf, so that worked well. I've been doing some studies that have, you know, some botanical stuff in the background, so that would be great to use for that. Again, here are some of the close-up details. You can see a little bit better that band that goes around and where it says Pilot. I just love this. Absolutely love it. So again, and there we go, works well. It's very well weighted in your hand. The Pilot Prera is light, but this pen is a little bit heavier than that, and I think I like a heavier pen. It's also longer than the Pilot Prera, but this pen is absolutely fabulous. So we're going to slide it back in the box here. Guys, if you have tried this pen, let us know if you have a favorite pen that you use, or if you have a favorite ink that doesn't dry in the pen if you leave it in there. Please let me know down below. I will have a video coming up where I try this pen out inking a project, so be looking for that. Until then, my friends, I will see you in the next one.